Hello.
هاي.
Hi
مساء
everybody. Hi Sid.
مساء الخير. واتساب.
مساء النور والورد.
يا دوكا ما كنتي جونتي طف وليتي جونتي في اللايف. وات ذا فاك. وات از
I
ذس؟
have ما بيش قوشك تهدر. This is how I always am with you. You're fucking crazy.
كيف
How is it
الحال؟ How
going?
is it's going fine. It's going quarantine and chill. But it's been chill for too long. I'm done with this.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how productive are you?
I am 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's very accurate. Yeah, 2.5. That's how it
You
is.
know what, Sid? Actually,
Ah.
I have you on speakers, which is very stupid. I should put the headphones. You know, my mic is gonna pick up.
That is
sound.
true. Exactly. Yeah.
That is true.
Fix it. في
Fix
نفس
it,
الوقت أنا
Jesus.
راني ندير لهم introduction what we're gonna be talking about
Hiya, go
meanwhile you
ahead.
are fixing it.
Go right
So
ahead.
starting from this episode, this is episode number 1, we're gonna be choosing a movie ولا a show زعما a series, doesn't have to be a movie but preferably a movie. We're gonna be choosing a movie خير فيلم and we talk about it and we see what's وش كاين ثما.
Yes.
And today there is a very interesting movie.
Very conveniently, we chose the movie that I think غير كيما خرج, right? It's a new movie.
I think 2019, end of 2019 على حسب
Oh.
كنت ندير شوية أبحاث. Yeah بصح Netflix published it ولا مانيش عارف how do they say it 2020 very recently. It's produced
Okay.
2019, published 2020. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a Spanish movie. بصح شغل دار حالة. Honestly, it was like a Hollywood movie. كان ناس شافوه, كان ناس هضروا عليه. Because the concept, although very simple, قال لك البيجي كان بزاف صغير, ما صرفوش عليه بزاف. The concept is so simple, yet it's the kind of movie اللي كي تكملو يخليك thinking and wondering وتزيد تفهم what was the symbolism, هذاك وش حب يقول. I mean, at least I hope it made people think. But it's definitely a movie that leaves an impact on you. مش راح تشوفه وتحترق. It's gonna really impact you, and that's exactly the kind of movies that should be made, right?
Oh yeah. حنا it impacted us enough to an extent where we came up with this idea. I نديرو a whole show podcast about this kind of thing, about this type of movies.
Well,
It was very disturbing for me.
to be fair, it was your
Disturbing as
idea.
fuck.
It was your idea, and it was the platform that inspired you. لا شغل en général. I don't know. What was it?
It was a platform, yeah, because these kind of movies, شغل, when you watch them, so there is the value when you watch them, but then there is even a bigger value when you talk about them, or when you discuss them. شغل the Westworld, شغل dark, شغل كاين واحد the shows that are really, it's not about the movie, it's about the ideas discussed. ومن بعد automatically
Exactly.
if you discuss the ideas. So this one was was disturbing as fuck. أنا واحد النهار وأنا نحس روحي مديرونجي. مانيش عارف علاش.
Really?
هذا مو والله مديرونجي as fuck. It's a very interesting تسمى.
Would you say you're a movie lover, Sid? Are you a movie enthusiast?
Yes. صح.
Yes.
A beginner one.
Yes and no? No.
No,
You're
it's
not
a
an
yes.
expert.
I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
بصح yeah, I'm not an expert. So I
كي
love
تشوف like-
movies. I love
كي
stories.
تشوف a movie, do you like ترماركي شغل like the cinematography, the lighting, الكادراج? I think that's what they call it. Yeah. Do you notice هاد العفايز or you don't?
I do بصح in a beginner's level زعما لا باز الفوق زعما okay I can tell what's a good editing and what's bad but I cannot tell what's good and what's great ولا you know what I mean.
Yeah. And sometimes
a
I find
technician.
myself and I find myself sometimes thinking, oh, how كيفاش فيلموا هاد last time, like that must have been really challenging to do, especially if it's movies اللي kind of like Tom Cruise movies surtout because يفيلموهم صح في هذيك البلاصة, you know. There came a movie where they filmed in Paris. They had to lock down Paris. Can you imagine? Paris,
Oh,
yeah, جدك. Locking
yeah.
down Paris, and he was like literally Tom Cruise يجري and you know doing his crazy shit. And you know it adds to the value of the movie, I think, if you recognize the work behind it.
Yeah definitely yeah. أنا وقت الخطرة خذيت كور انظر نحكي على هذا الكور يا رب. وهذا الكور اسمه Introduction to Audio Visual Media.
Yes.
When I was done with it that literally I started seeing movies ولا shows from a different perspective زعما you really when you understand زعما at least a little bit the basics what was going on in the background شو كيفاش باش what type of effort باش تجيب ايكيب وباش تجيب واحد للمونتاج تجيب ايكيب للمونتاج وايكيب للضوء وايكيب للكاميرا وايكيب كذا وايكيب كذا you would appreciate it way more it's a whole industry fascinating والله fascinating
especially if the actors زعما دارك شافسة باش يوجدوا حل فيلم sometimes like they يسمانوا بزاف ولا يشيانوا بزاف or they have to do some crazy shit you know which movie we should do after by the way ولا مازال ما قلنا بلي حنديروا the platform right yeah so today we're doing the
yes.
platform another movie
the
we
platform.
should yeah I don't know ولا شفت this movie before if not I will you know totally like lose admiration for you
okay
and that would be Tropic Thunder. Please tell me you saw it.
I've never watched it.
You fucking knew you're gonna do this to me, Sid. Why would you?
You gotta keep up with me. حصلي بيا.
Listen, خلاص. Next episode, guys, it's Tropic Thunder.
Wait. We talk about it at the end.
No, we will not talk about it. This is not a democracy. And trust me, when you see it, شوف دوك نقول لك شكون اسمع الكاست مليح.
لا ماشي الكاست خليني من الكاست اعطيني برك بلوت تويست هكا الفوق وش صرا
يعني it's not about the plot it's more about the characters okay so the plot is زعما يروحوا a group of actors زعما في الفيلم هما actors right يروحوا to shoot a movie in the jungle
okay
right and then what actually happens is I think it's in Vietnam or something and they actually get kidnapped or they get lost like the gangsters there I don't know the mobs there they actually kidnap them and they get lost in the jungle بصح they think believe they're still acting they think it's the director testing them so they're all still in role but in fact they're not acting they're like legit lost
قنعتيني واحد شوية
خليني نعطيك a very important fact
yes
Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is in blackface in the movie. All the movie.
What difference would that make?
I don't know. It's super controversial. It's fucking blackface. You know?
bad blackface ولا خضر.
بصح لا he no you know that's a big deal like عندهم that's a big deal like blackface بصح he did it so well like Robert Downey Jr. يستاهل an Oscar for that movie. He
صح أعطيني شوفي give me the name again. نضرب فيه
Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder.
Topic ولا tropic
Tropic Thunder it's Ben Stiller Matthew McConaughey and Tom Cruise even Tom Cruise lab something so different from what he usually does it's amazing casting amazing movie it's the kind of movie that has like a lot of catchphrase inside jokes you're gonna use them forever maybe you know some of them do you know the phrase never go full retard
No.
خلاص خليني احتمرتني انت. Let's go to the platform. Anyway.
Yeah. المهم هذا okay. I'll give it a shot. Look at the end for the people who are listening. At the end of each episode يتسمى في النهاية تاع هذه حندiscute what movie should we discuss next. والaudience gotta participate يقولوا لنا what movie they want to see discussed وأمورات زعما.
Yeah, and buying DCD, Sid means هو راح يديسيدي and he's gonna talk me into it.
لا maybe that's how it works. Or the other way around. That's how. Yeah. صح خلينا نروح للبلاتفورم.
Let's do
أعطينا
that.
summary خفيفة رانيا.
Okay. Oh God, pressure. So the platform takes place in a prison. It's a vertical prison. Okay, and this prison has. ما نقولش حكي من floors because that kind of ruins it no it's a spoiler thing right but I think if somebody ولو واحد داوي يشوف هذا الفيديو لو يسمع في البودكاست I'm sure شافوا ديجا so it's not
فوالا إذا ما شفتوش الفيلم غير شوفوا الفيلم بس يقول it wouldn't make a lot of sense
yeah ooh that's what we should call the series spoiler alert no yeah pew
I mean okay
whatever I tried المؤمن ياخذ اجرين واذا اصاب واجر اذا اخطا anyway
ايه بصح هذاك المؤمن
المجتهد yeah
yes
anyway so the
good
plot
job, you have
is
A for effort.
The plot is so كاين a vertical prison where كاين many floors I think like 333 which means two prisoners for each level, which means كاين 666, right? 666.
هذيك
You know,
هي
devil.
ديري نية
Yeah.
وهذيك هي.
Okay. So these prisoners alternate levels every month. So زعما اليوم راك في level 1 غدوة تكون في level 40 or 50 or 100 or 150. And the concept is في هادوما levels there's a hole في الوسط وهذيك الهول تحبط فيها a platform فيها الماكلة. So تحبط من level 1 تبدأ من level 1 and then تحبط to the last level. And so all the food in that table has to be shared by all the levels. تسمى يبداو ياكلوا من level 1 حتى level الآخر. And ما قبل ما تدخل لهذا الحبس يسقسوك وشنو your favorite dish. So your favorite dish كاع لم في هذاك الحبس their favorite dish راهو on the platform.
Yep. What's your favorite dish, Rania? In brackets.
I really don't know. I don't think I have a favorite dish. I like avocados.
damn
I
it.
have a favorite food. I like avocados. I like
Avocados.
fish. I like fish. I'm a fish
Sardine,
person.
yeah.
You know what recently I began liking? Lisan. تاع
Okay.
البقرة. Have you tried it?
Okay. Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you tried it?
Yeah.
You sound
not
like
bad.
you haven't tried it. عشان تكذب. It's
No,
a delicacy.
as far as I remember, I have.
No, you have to try it. You have to try lisan. It's so good. Oh, I also love
I
noodles.
did try it. Is there a specific recipe?
Yeah, لازم يكون صوص روج هكا غلفي شوية.
ايه شويه امورات خلاص عاودي كملي لنا هذا بلاتفورم وش اداني نسقسي يا رب.
Yes. وين حبست؟ Remind me.
حبستي في their favorite dish. شو في الطابله في التيبل كاين the platform كاين the favorite dish of every person and it goes down.
And it goes down. Okay, so الماكلة تحبط من level 1 حتى level الآخر. So logically انت you would think because everyone has their favorite dish, then everyone is just gonna eat their favorite dish وتكفي كاع prison. But no. It's not that simple. Because a lot of the times اللي راهو في level 1 راح ياكل كل ملهوف because هذا كان في level 1 بصح الشهر الجاي راهو في level 300 and so he's super hungry. And plus the platform تكون غير for 2 minutes and so people just like ياكلوا بزاف and they don't leave enough for the people down. Do you think I did a good job explaining the plot?
I think you did. Yeah. I think you
Okay.
did. بصح
Elaborate.
it gets very disturbing as time passes. بس I think it's very interesting to see human behavior كيفاش الإنسان يتعامل. It makes sense كما قلت أنت. It makes very much sense for a person to يأكل حقه. لو كان كل واحد يأكل حقه بعد يهبط البلاتفورم second level, third level, fourth level. كان كل إنسان يأكل حقه زعما it makes it the result is قاع حياكلوا قاع حيشبعوا بصح for some reason and that's what we will be discussing partially what we will be discussing اليوم هو علاش الإنسان الخرا هذا حاشاكم هذا they abuse the power they have so they have the platform طابلة على الماكلة راهي عندهم they would abuse it all the way فلافا الناس اللي شافوا الفيلم ولازم تكونوا شفتوا الفيلم بعد level 100 ولا 150 تخلص الماكلة زعما غاشي they would die starving and a couple of very disturbing things would happen then.
Yes.
بصح
You can guess.
what do you
I
think
mean,
of this specific point?
Which point? Of what?
What do you think of this هذه البوينت تاع why would people في the first levels let's say 50 ولا all of them technically why would they abuse the power they have? Why wouldn't they علاش مش قانونيين زعما is it something about the platform ولا something about the human nature why the fuck would they do that and do you think that's what would happen in real life?
Okay, before starting to compare it in real life, because for
Okay.
me the platform cannot be compared to real life, but we will go into that. بصح in terms of وعلاش the prison, I think this is why because زعما واحد كي يكون في نيفو عالي he knows بلي it's not gonna last, it's only 1 month, so he's gonna have to stuff himself, he's gonna overeat because يخاف الشهر الجاي يكون في نيفو هابط. I think that's why people overeat. They just like overcompensate. You know, تكون عندك عقدة and then like you overcompensate it. It's kind of like that. So they overeat. And even, we have this thing in our bodies that kind of fears, not kind of, but fears death, okay? Your body, your main focus, the reason you get hungry is because your body always we're getting low on energy and we could literally die. And so your body, after starvation for a long time, people start binge eating. You know, that's why people who have like eating disorders, وش يديروا they binge and then they puke ولا يديروا strict diets ما ياكلوش قاع ياكلوا basically no carbs and then what happens your body gets so hungry يولي ياكل اللي جات so it's more it has a lot to do with biology it's not just greed it's just a lot of it just human nature your body is fearing death and starvation and so you start to overeat
بتفهمين بصح you could overeat بصح you could not ruin the whole table زعما I don't think it's about hunger بس you're hungry okay نقولوا مثلا كنت في level 150 you were starving ومن بعد طلعت level I don't know بعد after a month قلنا every month they rotate after a month the next month you are level I don't know 6 okay the first day you are starving you would eat a lot second day third day fourth day السابع بصح عندك شهر وشفتي كاين واحدة السين نهار when he peed على التable when it went to the down his attitude towards the people below who is below us is always below us شغل كاين واحد الاحتقار اوتوماتيك احتقار بين كل انسان ولا كل ليفل والليفل below شغل هذوك اللي فوقنا خير منا اللي تحتنا احنا خير منهم and we are better than them and it's our call.
But don't you think a lot of the behaviors هذوك تاع someone shitting and someone peeing don't you think that's a little exaggerated so a lot of it is unnecessary so why would you pee on them and why would you do it I think maybe perhaps لو كان جات a real thing people would not do that so a lot of behavior was mean for no reason or maybe because they're criminals and a lot of them are you know sick they're unstable maybe
yeah I think it would happen باسكو انا كي كنت نتفرج فيه I mean not necessarily that specific behavior بالك ماشي shitting on their food literally بصح هذيك power abuse or whatever انا كنت نشوف الفيلم زعما à chaque fois I was always comparing it to real life بس it's all simple you know what I mean like what the fuck there is no prison كيما هكا بصح it's compared to real life and how can also there is always هذاك people are هذيك hierarchy people are above other people and people are below other people why would some people abuse their power and the power abuse could be manifested in anything منهم sharing on their food منهم يحقروا منهم they abuse the power منهم they and so on
but you know abuse of power most of the time if not all the time I think most of the time the overwhelming majority of the time صرا for a purpose people abuse their power for a purpose I mean people are corrupt to steal money they forge things to steal money they lie for a reason they you know maybe you know abuse their employees for a reason so that they could work more and get more money or لازم it's a woman they would sexually harass her for a purpose you know usually abuse of power happens for a specific goal and a lot of abuse اللي كانت صارية في هذاك الحبس happened for no reason and it's actually even stupid because هذاك لو تحت let me finish this point a lot of it is stupid because هذاك لو تحتك لا كتبوا لفوقه there's a very high chance بلي حيكون فوقك and he's going to do the same so it's kind of stupid that you would do that so the abuse of power that was happening was irrational to me because the levels are not stable they change and so if you abuse who's under you he could be above you and would treat you the same I don't know
okay سؤال تاعي هو do you think people abuse power just for the sake of abusing power just for the sake of keeping power قال أنا عندي power I'm gonna abuse it I'm gonna take full advantage of it ماشي باش نزيد نجيب دراهم ولا yes maybe for that بصح the reason why I wanna do that is because I wanna maintain the power I have يعني حاب نخلي ذاك البوفوار اللي عندي باسكو pouvoir is everything for some people
باش نخليك لك تحت يدي of course people do that
باش يكون دائما أنا هو the powerful
I agree but it's not applicable in this situation because the person who's above cannot by being mean cannot maintain being above the person so it's purposeless
Mela why were they that mean why were they such assholes
I don't know it's a plot كش يقولوا a plot hole maybe it was exaggerated because it's a movie we have to also remember that it's a movie and a lot of things are exaggerated for cinematic purposes
ايه بصح ماشي الحاجه اللي ما we don't agree with نقولوا for cinematic purposes and I think it's very relevant to real life because people that's how it's been done in governments, in companies, in the entire structure of how we are running our societies.
Yes. No, I do agree with your point that people, of course, people abuse power. Like, who would say people don't abuse power? Yeah, people do abuse power. Obviously, who would disagree with that? Do people abuse power for no reason? I said most of the time they abuse it for a reason. I'm sure some people are just like sadists. And especially like in relationships, sometimes men just abuse women. They would like, not just men, let's not do that. Even a lot of women, they do some kind of like a bullying or like telling the partners, زعما انت شكون حتقوم بالبيك, or like you're not interesting enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you're this or you're that. وعلاش? Not because they hate them, but because they want to keep their self-esteem so low that راح يقعد تحت يده. So even then, see, there's a purpose. There's a purpose, yeah.
فهمتك. If the platform ما كانش actual, why are you such an asshole? Like it's there is absolutely no point. سي بور سا انا خممت زعما it's هي yes حنا رانا نتفرجوا فيها it seems باللي there is no point and there is no point from being such a dick about it. بصح it applies, it's the same thing with food. Like why are you ruining the food? Why aren't you eating just your الأخرى تاعك? Why are you those are a couple of questions about the movie.
Perhaps the movie writer or the director was trying to have the impact the movie had, which is making people compare it to real life. And usually,
I think that's the point.
Yeah, I think that was the point. And usually in movies, always in Hollywood, there's always the depiction of that rich people are always like fat white men who are just mean and راسهم مغلوق and everything. And there is a depiction that like socialists or like poor people, young people are always like standing up for what's right. So there's like a how would you say it? I mean, they make rich people look bad, and poor people always look good. While that's not even true. There are, a lot of there's good and bad in everybody. Okay, and a lot of good rich men or women, and there are a lot of poor people who are evil. Like
I got you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was not how it was portrayed in the movie. باسكو الغاشي اللي كانوا تحتها they were not good people زعما. They did not
alternates.
seem so.
It alternates. See, this is the point that should not be forgotten when we compare the platform to real life. Believe people who are at the top do not remain at the top. They saw what being at the bottom is like. ماشي شغل هادوم اللي راهم في the top راهم privileged وعندهم always good. لو كان the platforms did not alternate هنا نقول لك okay you could compare it to real life, but الناس اللي من فوقهم يحبطوا لتحتها واللي من تحتهم يطلعوا لفوقها. And so why isn't there a change? That's the question.
That's the question. Yeah. And it's a valid question حتى for real life. I've been comparing it to real life too much because it seems very relevant.
It seems I think the director tried very hard to do that and he did it well, successfully.
How do you think you would behave? How do you think would you behave? Though you can never know.
Yeah, you really can't know. I think a lot of it زعما لو كان نكون in a low level, would I eat my partner?
لا هذيك you would never know. هذيك صح you would never
I
know.
would fucking know, bitch. I'll eat his ass. I'll eat him up. I've been training all my life for this so I can eat him. No, I mean, I had things I think يصراو just for survival, dude. Like we tend to forget at the end of the day we are animals and some things we really can't control. We really can't control.
هذيك if you were starving of level 190 متفاهمين 100%.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with humanity. هذاك السيد كي جاي ياكلو ما عنده حتى علاقة humanity. This is survival. Okay?
Yes.
We need to survive.
Yes.
And so ما كانش humanity هنا.
بصح what's about humanity is what system have we created that allows the person to be ولا to reach its worst versions. هاو سؤال جميل. Is it the system that created that fucked up person ولا fucked up people all of them ولا most of them ولا is it the person's nature ولا the person's nature who created such a system. Which
I
one
love
is
this
to
question.
blame?
I love this
Is
question.
this the system that's fucked up ولا is it the people, the humans who are fucked up?
I have no answer to that question. I really wouldn't know. Well, you have to take in consideration باللي it's a prison. أنا هضو على the movie now, not life. It's a prison, so a lot of people there كيما هذاك I don't know. A lot of them are criminals. I think كيما هذاك سيد دخل voluntarily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? بصح I'm sure a lot of people there ما كانوش volunteers. They're actually criminals. You know? So if you take in consideration بنادم اللي بالك قتل واحد بالك you know did illegal things, did inhuman things, perhaps نقدروا نقولوا yeah, their behavior comes from the fact that they are déjà unstable individuals. Okay? Because even شوفوا في الحبس normal بلا ما نهضروا على the platform. الحبس is a very dangerous place. You know, even though ما كاين ماكلة to everybody وكل واحد ياكل ماكلته, still الحبس الناس يقدروا يضربوا فيه يتقاتلوا فيه. It's a dangerous place. And so because people there are dangerous, and also maybe the fact that you are in a jail, definitely yeah, I've read about that before. You know how رجال في الحبس كي يدخلوا الحبس كاع يخشانوا.
Yeah, الماكلة والانترينمون ورقاد.
Yeah, بس no, this is the thing. ما ياكلوش بزاف بيان, ما ياكلوش بزاف بروتين, زعما ما مش يشربوا الهواء ولا you know they're not eating they're not eating شغل well. زعما باش واحد يدير بريز دو ماس لازم ياكل اكثر من واش يسحق. and I highly doubt هم ياكلوا اكثر من يسحقوا. But the fact they grow so much because their body is in high alert. Because it's a dangerous place. It's like the fucking jungle.
بصح نورمالمون هكذاك
and so
يشيانوا ماشي.
their testosterone بزاف طالع, and that's why they gain a lot of muscle. And the call has been
الإشكالية
cut.
في
I don't know what's happening.
اونلاين بودكاست هو انه هاي راحت كونيكسيون. هاي
Oh,
راحت.
you're
السلام
back.
عليكم. Oh my god.
No, I'm
Fuck.
back.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes,
دقيقة
وش
قلت
كنت
لك دقيقة قلت لك don't you think هذيك هاي alert نورمالمون يشيانو ماشي يسمانو باسكو ستريس الإنسان يكون مستريسي بزاف زعما they are burning calories.
لا. It's a high alert in the sense that someone could kill you, someone could, you know, attack you, and so you have to be like, you know, like really strong and defend yourself. So like you're in the fucking jungle. You know what I mean?
Okay,
It's not,
okay.
It's
not
not
the
like
environment pushes you.
Yeah, but like a woman would be sad and anxious. بصح. For men, usually, it causes a bump in testosterone. It makes you, it makes them stronger. So بلا هذاك البروتين, the excess of protein, تصيبهم يطلعوا فلامات just because of that. And working out,
Okay.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Though I don't see it على كل حال بصح that's not the point. نعاودوا نرجعوا للموضوع تاعنا.
Yeah. وعلاش هضرنا على هدية؟ Why did we talk
هذه
about
هدرنا عليها. No, you made a good comparison. Made a good link. The people in the movie they are prisoners. مامش normal people. Normal.
Voila, and I said, yeah,
مامش
prison does affect your body and your behavior, and شغل حنا we're trying to rationalize علاش they behave this way. This is why. This is what we're doing here, right? We're trying to find out why were these people doing this, and I think it could be many reasons. Some of them are biological. That's all.
Okay, متفاهمين. هي شوفي I think what we agree on for sure is if you are in the low levels at any moment of time and you are starving and you need to survive, oh fuck rationality, you're gonna be eating your cellmate زعما. It's not up to you. بس خليني اسقسيك سؤال. دوكا في الريل لايف انا خمم فيها هكذا. دوكا الحبس هذا فيه ريسورسز متفاهمين فيها اسمه حجم معين من الريسورسز.
Yeah.
Everyone can eat بصح it's enough. In real life it's very similar. In real life كاين limited resources, at least the one we can invest in, وكاين a specific number of people قال عندنا 6 ملاير. Why is it that كاين 1% ولا 20 people ولا 100 people in the world who have all the power and all the privileges while all of others the 90% ولا مانيش عارف they are in the lower levels. how what is it about this unfairness and inequality. دقيقة هذا سؤال رقم واحد. وسؤال رقم زوج, why the people who have the power would have the tendency to abuse their power.
Okay.
علاش ماشي قال دقيقة يا جماعة, قال دقيقة يا جماعة شوف شو حبسوا كلش بون هذه ثيوريتيكلي زعما قال نحبسوا كلش هذه ايماجينيت في الحبس ولا في الريل لايف. قال جماعة نحبسوا كلش, ها الريسورسز اللي كاين, ها ننظموا اموراتنا, الشعب قاع ياكل, الناس قاع عايشة, we move on, we move forward properly.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I don't think one person could change the mega system to the prison. Because okay زعما هو نقولوا راهو في نيفو 5 وراهو حاب يبدل things. But like maybe اللي تحتو can a week before في level 300 and he's just overeating. شغل it's hard to expect بلي one person could change 666 other people.
متفاهمين. خلينا من one person.
Yeah.
Is it human nature that we are fucked up this way?
Human nature is fucked up.
Kinda شوية.
Yeah,
not entirely.
Not entirely, but it is fucked up. شغل it is. I mean, we are selfish to a large extent. To a large extent, we are selfish. بصح استنى قلت لي how why are people زعما in real life? Why is it that like a minority is rich and the overwhelming majority is not as rich? That's the question.
Yeah.
But that's such like a large question.
Yeah,
I think because you know يقول لك it's easier باش دير 10 ملاير من مليار على دير مليار من زيرو دينار. You know what I mean? So a lot of people who get to a certain point of richness, هادوك people who make it because أنا نهضر على عباد اللي يحقوا دراهمهم بطريقة شرعية, مش نهضر على التحكوت والسراقين. Okay, نهضر على people who actually work for their money.
كليتو البلاد يسرقين.
Yeah, seriously. No, باش تلحق
Gotcha, yeah, people who got it.
Yeah, rich people who earn their money. You know, like Jeff Bezos باش يلحق المليار الأول ديالو, he didn't do that by you know sleeping or by بتفنين.
بصح دقيقة خليني نسألك هنا سؤال. متفاهمين لا بصح he's been outplaying the taxes for too long. زعما that's not he's not killing people ولا technically he is stealing from other people billions of dollars. باسكو التاكس تاعك نورمالمون you pay it for the state and for the state to spend it for the people. هنا نحكي مش نحكي لك على الامريكان ولا specifically فرنسا ولا مانيش عارف. نحكي لك زعما theoretically how when we created capitalism ولا the system ماشي غير capitalism all of it.
Yeah.
We created system for this purpose باش okay tax الجوفرنمون تسير هذوك المصالح العامة for the other people, طرقان, المدارس, السبيطارات كذا. So دوكا السؤال تاعي هو أنه rich people did they really deserve it? To which extent did they really deserve it? باسكو التاكس هذه الهروب من الضرائب هذه واحدة just one scenario.
Yeah, but it's not really evasion because they manipulate the system. Well, there's a manipulation of the system. Now, you can't really know why they do it because they never address it, they never talk about it. ما تقدرش تعرف علاش. But like he thinks
for their personal benefit. bien sûr. قال أنا كنا ندير هذه في هذه نهرب لهم كذا من هيك. أنا نربح فيها 20 مليار دولار في الشهر.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Fuck everyone else.
Yeah, and the solution here would be to have stricter regulations that avoid any kind of tax evasion. Although زعما the IRS في الأمريكان شغل بزاف خشينة. زعما يقول لك it's super strict. But a lot of these companies ماشي غير Jeff Bezos. I mean even Apple do it. They kind of like you know do very intelligent ways of evading taxes when they could be paying more. But the question of why is it that there's a small group that's rich as opposed to a larger group that's poor, I think that's because it takes a certain thing about you to be that rich. Tax evasion aside, it takes something about you to be exceptional, and not everybody is exceptional. Not everybody has remarkable ideas. Not everybody has the motivation and the dedication to pursue هذيك crazy idea. فهمتني دي فوا عباد تجيهم عفسه في راسهم غادي يقول لك نو حيضحكوا عليا الناس they're gonna judge me I can't do that it's risky this is the thing على بها if you're gonna be a rich businessman especially in زعما tech وكلش the first thing is you have to be risky because Jeff Bezos like I'm sure he took a big risk Jew was a big portion of his life بالك عباد قراو معاه بداو يخدموا عندهم صالح ستابل بداو حياتهم تزوجوا وهو كان مازالو قاعد في البيرو ديالو trying to make it you know
hustling yeah
فوالا it's very risky كما يقول دائما صحوري like being an entrepreneur is a headache and it's a big risk انا دوك ماذا بيا نخدم خدمه نروح نخدم من 8 ل 5 نخرج من 5 خلاص ما كاش خدمه فهمني ما نقعدش لازم اي ستريس على البيزنس ديالي بالك حتجي كومبيتيشن بالك لازم نخلص خدامي لازم نخلص كذا شغل it comes قد ما the success is high قد ما the risk is also big باسكو انت ولا راك تخدم في شركه وهذيك الشركه كش ما صالها ولا اوكي انت ترفض روحك وتروح شركه واحده اخرى بصح it's actually the owner who's gonna have to pay the debts and really suffer the big loss because ولا انت خسرت بالك 10 ملايين في الشهر وراه خسر 500 مليون في الشهر and so the risk is very high and not everybody يقدر ياخذ كاع هذاك الريسك و it's good لو كان كاع العباد ياخذوا هذا الريسك تما كاع نولوا big rich businessman شكون حيخدم so it comes down to people are different and people have different priorities you know not everybody wants to work عبالي شحال من ساعه في النهار people want to a lot of people I know ماذا بهم يخدموا عباليش انا 5 سوايع في النهار ويقول لك انا I want to live life I want to enjoy I want to see my friends I want to go out so for different reasons people have different outcomes in their lives
which category are you at الأولى ولا الزوجة
I think you know as women we're more balanced than men that's why
خليني من women
Kane
احكي لي على روحك
no seriously like as a woman I am a woman but like women are usually more balanced than men so
okay what do you mean by balanced
balanced meaning ما عندناش زعما for the majority okay ماشي كاع نساء I'm sure كاين نساء
obviously yeah
obviously ورجال اللي ماشي كيف I mean you never generalize أنا نقوله for the most part you know I want to be successful I like money and I want to you know do something great but also I take life I take شغل زعما family life very seriously شغل if I have children I would like to be a housewife and so yeah I take both parts very seriously so I'd like to
50-50?
balance between them
ما
yeah
كاينش وحده
definitely
55 45
well I don't know well I'm 23 now so definitely work راهو the priority but as I get older I'm pretty sure it's gonna change
okay cool story رانيا
هضرت بزاف Jesus okay your turn go
وشني my turn about what
what do you think انت what do you think
والله there are a lot of things that I think
علاش في رايك كاين هكا a lot of a small percentage of rich people and a big percentage of
شوفي اولا I think that's fucked up شوفي دقيقه برك باش نكونوا غير في نفس الصفحه باش نفهموا بعض مع بعض مليح first of all okay this is the reality this is the present this is how we are living وانا I'm not personally against capitalism ولا against the way things are right now at this time at this place so دوكا حنقول لك theoretically ونقول لك ideally زعما how things could be better
ideally
theoretically I think this is fucked up completely fucked up
what's
because
fucked up
هذه الايديا تاع كاين some people who literally owns the world وكاين everyone else
yeah it is fucked up it is
okay yeah fine obviously it is fucked up لا بصح لا the reason why it might not be as fucked up is because there are a lot of كما انت قلت تعطي الاكزامبل تاع جيف بيزوس مثلا ولا another entrepreneur it doesn't have to be entrepreneur تاع someone else who got so much power through time and we created the system that allows the person to be that powerful it has its advantages in a sense that we have iPhones, we have computers, and we have this technology, this rapid development of technology is the result of this competition over achievements and power. It's ما Apple ما كانش يقول okay أنا دارها باش to become powerful to innovate for personal reasons at the same time to to help the world move be a better place,
Yeah.
whatever they
Yeah.
say.
And personal reasons
صح.
are very necessary.
They are very دقيقة برك خلينا نعاودوا نرجعوا لهذه دوك نحكوا على personal reasons. Look,
Yeah.
I think it is fucked up, and I think ideally theoretically I am socialist, بصح realistically the way it is right now it's not possible.
Yeah.
It's my take on this is the movie platform. It shows, it's an example of the fuck up of the world and how the human beings, if we allow such a system to go on, heavy capitalism, the way it is, people acquiring money and acquiring power over everyone else, it's destructive at the end. It will destroy itself لأنه الإنسان في حد ذاته we have some destructive tendencies that just do not work with this system. مثلا greed. The human being is just a person with greedy اسمها هذيك greedy اسمها هذيك الكلمة يا زح
Tendencies.
الله عليك. With the greedy tendencies, eventually the person would be greedy. And can go like a person, whoever the person is, person
Yeah.
X, the person would be greedy. And if the person is greedy, it will we will have something like the platform.
Yeah.
You have enough. You literally have your favorite meal in the table in the platform. You literally have your favorite meal ever, made with the best way possible.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just have that and then you're good to go? Why would you have to ruin everything else? وهذه it's applicable to real life. Why don't you have عبا كاين واحد research, there is a research, I don't know where I could find it, and people who are listening I recommend that you check it. يقول لك بلي الإنسان عنده كاين واحد I think in the US specifically قال لك الحد the limit of the income that would make you happy is something around 45k $45,000. If it's below that you will need, or if it's above that you will be, it's not gonna be good for you because you will have too much money that you don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
يتسمى yeah, why wouldn't you in real life, why wouldn't you واحد يرضى what you have? You can get more بصح to cover your basics, to live properly with dignity. لاباس عليك, you could innovate, you could travel, you could do things for fun, or you will have okay this sum of money. Why would you make $2 billion per second? Not per second but per day. Why would you make $1 billion per day? And someone else is literally cannot or does not have anything to eat. Not one person but a lot of people. It seems idealistic بصح أنا for me I kind of blame the system because we created
Seems
such
very
a system.
idealistic of you. It's
بصح
extremely
the reason,
idealistic of you.
but the reason why it seems like far-fetched, this is just an opinion, I'm not sure about it, بصح the reason why it seems صعيبة would be a very idealistic وكيفاش هذه it has to be this way is because احنا كبرنا عشنا وكبرنا في هذا السيستم شغل هذا الفريمورك هذا الكابيتاليست world.
We
are
really
kind of-
didn't in Algeria. We really didn't.
No.
We didn't grow up in a capitalist framework at all.
لا we did. شوفي even though we didn't ماشي كيما الامريكان بصح it's similar. شو رايحين له في نفس البرنسيب. This is the stage that humanity is at. Look, it's kind of hard for the individual to imagine something completely different. Though it is possible to get there. I don't know how, when, where. بصح the way we think right now, we are thinking based on the way we are living right now, based on the systems that we have created for now. بصح it doesn't necessarily have to be that way.
Yeah.
It is fucked up, and I think the platform is a great demonstration of how fucked up the human nature could be in this system.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want to first talk about الإسقاط the platform on real life and why I don't think it's applicable. So first of all, the platform is a prison. Okay, people are very, very limited. They're not very limited. They're extremely limited. They cannot do anything. They're just in their level, stuck. They cannot go up to another level unless they're taken to it. So they can't really do anything, and that's not really the case in a capitalist, in like a free trade society. That's one. Number two, there is a limited amount of food that is shared by everybody. That's not the way wealth works. Wealth is not like شغل كاين a big stash of money مخبية في بلاصة and like rich people دو بزاف منها and they didn't leave anything for poor people. You know شغل wealth is something that is constantly created. Okay, now كيما كاش any production, there is no wealth being created, and so شغل it's really a system that is that just keeps on rolling, and then it could stop at any moment. And in order for poor people down شغل كي نهضروا على real life, in order for poor people to get money, it's rich people who need to provide work to give them money. You know, شغل if the rich man decides not to work anymore or work less or open less factories or be less greedy, that's less work for poor people. You know, if it were not
In
for
this
the
system,
greed.
yes.
Yeah, لو كان ماشي الطمع، لو كان ماشي you can call it طمع, you can call it ambition. لو كان ماشي لو كان البراب is satisfied ببرودوي واحد، عنده السكر عنده ولا الزيت وسيبون، يقول لك انا يكفيني وش راني ندخل من الزيت، ما نزيدش I invest in other areas. That's less work for people, because the more greedy he is, the more factories he opens, the more he invests, the more he provides work for poor people. And so the thing is, the moral obligation اللي أنا نشوف rich people have, it's not giving money. It's not about like, oh أنا منحوش على درهم كتر يكفوني شوية. It's in fact, you need to constantly be greedy and constantly be ambitious, because without that, you have less work. The moral obligation ماشي تعطي دراهمك لل poor people. The moral obligation هي تخدمهم. This is what I see. And so there is a downside and a good side. شو كي نهضروا على tax evasions, of course, these are illegal things. They should be. There should be stricter laws عليهم. أنا قد ما نشوف باللي laws about doing business should be open. I also think laws about taxes should be strict. They should be strict. Don't limit me as a businessman. ما تقوليش no عندك 3 companies ما تزيدش تنفستي كتر. No, I'll invest as much as I want. But you should also pay your taxes. And it's really just an organized mess. It's like فوضى منظمة. It's, you know, let people battle it out. Because this battling out تانيك نجو الطمع. لو كان ماشي واحد، لو كان ماشي جيف بيزوس وحاب يدخل كتر دراهم من بيل جيتس, he's not gonna work as hard to improve his services and sell more. And قد ما he improves his services, it's better for us, the consumers. And so yeah, that's all. What do you have to say?
Okay, I think it's valid. It's valid under this system. زعما the way the system is right now, the way it is right now. Yes, we need people
right
to
now?
be right now في العالم.
So it's not the same everywhere, you know. It's في
no,
الجزائر
I
ما
think-
كاش this system. في الجزائر you can't.
دقيقة. I think it is the same with different degrees. ماشي everywhere بالك. No, even everywhere بالك there are a couple of exceptions. بصح in general it's the same, just different degrees. Different degrees in to which extent you would allow the other person to be free to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's under this system. I think yes, that's fair. You need the person to be greedy to and دقيقة بصح greedy و ambitious ماشي كيف غير باش نكونوا مع بعض هذيك اللي بنسيبها.
No, أنا نقول لك it could be شوف كاين an innate desire كيما هادو كاع the rich businessmen or like all rich successful people. I'm sure واحد فيهم ما صاب في راسه in the sense of زعما ما يحبش روحه ماشي زعما self-centered. I'm sure they all are and they thrive on that. فهمتني؟ شو كي يكون مع روحه he's like كيفاش نكسر هذاك كيفاش نديباسي هذاك, which is not normal behavior. شو احنا normal people we don't think like this. So هو نهار كامل هو يخمم في his competition كيفاش نكسر له كيفاش نديرو كذا كيفاش نديرو كذا. And the way to do that is providing better services, dropping your prices. The concept of نكسر له السوق, which is dropping prices in order to sell more. Well, at the end of the day احنا اللي حنستفادوا من هاد العفسة.
متفاهمين بصح this is under the umbrella of the current system. زعما this is how it is. This is the advantage of the current system, the benefits that we could get from the current system.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, and what I'm trying to say is, and we'll jump this because هذه حتدينا في هذا loophole طويلة.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this way. The whole system doesn't have to be this way. وللحديث بقية هذيك I think كاش نهار نزيدو نحكوا عليها أكثر.
Yeah.
And I need to do some more research about it. It's just like I have the thoughts بصح I'm not able to construct a proper argument for this. But it's very complex and very general.
Here to conclude, both sides need to exist. Both sides need to exist. This is علاش
شنو هما
لازم
both sides?
This is why لازم يكون عندنا اليمين واليسار. It's واحد يروح من جهة واحد يروح من جهة and they need to constantly check each other. فهمتني؟ شغل أنا صح I'm a capitalist but I believe it's so necessary باش يكزيستيو عباد socialists because it's what keeps capitalists in check and the other side keeps the other side in check. You know, it's you have the capitalist side اللي يشجع على creativity على keep it open and then the socialist اللي يجبد يقول لك no make it stricter العمال حقوقهم كذا شغل we need both sides to pull at each other باش يكون عندنا هذاك perfect middle.
Yes. No في هذه I 100% agree. And that's why أنا in this example دائما نربطها ب free speech حرية التعبير. Every time we've got to تعاود ترجع للfree speech because that's the only way to get the two parts to talk to each other and to شغل push and pull but every time we draw the line somewhere different that's more effective and more practical.
I agree. أنا بالك عندي ميولات رأسمالية أكتر just because our system is more socialist and that's why like نجبد to the capitalist side. ده فهمتني لو كان بالك جيت أني عايشة في أمريكا وين أني عايشة in a completely capitalist society راح نجبد to the socialist side and so ما تقدرش فوالا هي ما كاش زعما واحد يساري في كاع الدنيا ولا واحد يميني في كاع الدنيا. It all depends على الثقافة السائدة تجبد للجهة الأخرى to keep it balanced وهذه ودور.
True. ودور. You know what I think and this is something it's not what I think it's kind of what I believe. At the moment capitalism is the right system. I mean at the moment نقول لك تسمى في هذول ال 20 سنة الأخيرة ولا 30 سنة ولا تسمى not precisely now. Capitalism is the way to go but ideally socialism is the right system except that it will only work if we have better versions of human beings. We need to evolve. لازم we evolve as humans لواحد الدرجة مانيش عارف 10 years 20 years 100 years I don't know when باش نكونوا قادرين كhumans to apply socialism properly for it to succeed. But right now, right here, there is no way.
You sound like an Islamist.
I mean, did I? What the fuck?
You sound like an Islamist. It's like, no, the system is perfect. It's just we need the right conditions for it. You know.
It's not the right conditions. We need the right humans. We need
not the right humans. This is human nature. شحال عندنا وحنا نكزيستيو. This is nature. I think capitalism is more true to nature.
No, I don't think it's it's not at all. Capitalism was created as an ideology, as a system, as a mindset, as a lifestyle. It was created وصلنا ليه كنتيجة تجارب مختلفة. We were experimenting with different things. We were evolving 100 years after 100 years, 1,000 years after 1,000 years. خرجنا في a system that looks like okay communism but socialism or capitalism and the war and communism failed miserably. Capitalism succeeded. Premièrement, it hasn't always been the case, and second of all, it's not gonna be always the case. It's just a phase in the human history where we saw, for whatever reason, capitalism that it's better or at least the least worse ومشينا معاها. Though it doesn't have to be always the case and it's not gonna be always the case and we could see it how it's eating itself up slowly. وقيلة دي قالها ماركس I'm not really sure بلي something like his ideology it's only up it could succeed after something like capitalism takes place شغل تجي موراها. So capitalism is the creation of wealth. بصح من بعد مع مرور الوقت at a point of time when we learn the mistakes what we did right and what we did wrong about capitalism or with capitalism most probably humans would be better for a better system such as socialism. But we need more evolved humans. And can go like more evolved, I don't know what I mean exactly by it. بصح something like more rational, more less instinct oriented ولا dependent. باسكو زعما في the platform it only took literally the only if only زعما الانسان خمم بشويه راشناليتي، خمم بشويه عقلانيه، قال اوكي كذا كذا انا ناكل حق ديجا بلا ما تخمم في الاخرين، تخمم غير في روحك. قال انا
Voilà.
كانسان I need just to I need to eat, I need to be not to be hungry. زعما نورمال، ماشي حاجه صعيبه، تاكل حقك لاباس عليك لاباس عليك.
Yeah.
The whole thing would be different. ومن بعد ولكن that was not the case. صح، خليني نسقسيك سؤال. أنا this is very interesting point I found in the movie.
Yes.
The spontaneous solidarity هذه حكاو عليها بزاف. يقول لك would humans ولا could humans، هذا سؤال للجميع زعما الناس قاعد قادرة تخمم فيه، باسكو we're not gonna answer it, it's just a very complicated question.
Yeah.
Could humans organize themselves in solidarity with no external forces؟ زعما اسك احنا قادرين، رانا عايشين 100 في جزيره ولا 100 في باطيمه مانيش عارف، اسك قادرين نورغانيزيو رواحنا بطريقه اللي تنفعنا كاع. نقولوا هاو اكزومبل، نعطوا اكزومبل، نديروا كيس ستادي. قال عندنا 100 انسان عايشين في حومه هكا، الحومه هذه تاعنا وي اون ات، 100 انسان. اسك قادر ما كاش there is no external power ولا external force، ما كاش بلديه، ما كاش جماعه حاكمين الحومه، صح؟ كود humans ولا كود المياه اللي راهم عايشين في الحومه هذيك نورغانيزيو رواحنا in solidarity بلا اي حتى بريشر، بلا حتى external force. اسك هذه بوسيبل ولا لا؟ لا دقيقه ندير لك واحد الفولو اب على الكويشن هذا. كاين واحد كاين واحد الثيري هذه كنت كيش الفيلم بعد حول شويه صبتها، اسمها the socio-economical game theory.
Yeah.
يقول لك in this game theory يقول لك نجيبوا جماعة من الناس 100 في حومة. two conditions. condition number 1 عندنا shared resources, limited shared resources. يتسمى قال جماعة عندكم مش عارف 100 كيلو بطاطا في السمانة، 80 كيلو طوماطيش، 50 كيلو فاكهة، هكا limited shared resources. و condition number 2 it's unregulated. ما كاش انسان عنده البوفوار اوفر someone else. ها هو واش عندكم احصلوا بها، اقسموها كما حبيتوا، ماناش حنقول لكم كيفاش حديروا، ماناش حندير لكم قوانين، احصلوا بها. What would happen?
There is always a hierarchy.
Okay.
Hierarchies are necessary. I think لو كان تعطيها كمية واحد وتخليهم there will be a leader that emerges. مش يبقى لك leader اللي يعطيهم لي زغط, but there will be someone who initiates things. Because هذه هي العباد. Some people have like a leader. There's always an alpha. And so there will. كيفاش what's gonna happen in terms of what?
وروح راهم هذول 100 داروا ليدر. نقولوا ماشي ليدر، نقولوا بالك فاسيليتيتر، مودريتر، ليدر. روح
فوالا واحد emerges, and then the person who emerges is going to share his opinion. Hey, voila, we should do this and that and that. And then if others agree, they will agree. But like, it's just really it's a state مصغرة. It's the same system. Instead of looking at it as like president, country, mayor, town, you just created a smaller version of just that. Just like in the house, you have parents and children. You always have a hierarchy. Period.
Oh yeah, okay. If the problem is not in the hierarchy, would we have people who would not abuse? So would we have people who would abuse other people and get more resources just because they are stronger, or they have more allies, or whatever?
Yeah.
See, are we gonna have one option? Are we gonna have? Could we create? Could something like spontaneous solidarity emerge when احنا وحدنا without no external force عرفنا باللي we are in this shit together and we have to be in solidarity together spontaneously for everyone to survive. Is this possible or this is too idealistic?
I think it's possible. I think it happens all the time. In certain situations when ما كاش an external force. كما قلت حومة. Sometimes ولاد حومة they get together and they're like, hey, الحومة looks like shit. Let's clean it. Let's paint it. Let's do something. I think these like initiatives happen all the time. Why not? Of course they do. I
بس
think
at
even
the same
in
time at the same time ترى فيها تاع أي نسرقوا هذاك حقروا هذاك يندوا من عند هذاك.
yeah, of course, bad
It's
things
always
always
there.
happen. Bad things always happen. Good things always happen. So idea spontaneous solidarity can be can be good or bad. But you know the thing is, كي قلت لي people abuse power. The thing about like George Washington, because you know he was the military leader of the American Revolution. And شغل بايعوه باش يولي the president because he did such a good job in the revolution. And then قالوا له pretty much انت اللي حتخير كاع الصلاحيات تاع البريزيدون. You are going to choose everything. And so because انت عارفها pretty much. And here you test كما يقولوا معدن الانسان. He literally had the power to decide وشنو هما the powers تاع the president. So if he were corrupt, if he were طاغي, if he were طماع, he would give all the powers to the president. But he didn't do that. He kept things in check. Even people who wrote the constitution made sure باللي الشعب عنده الحق يرفد السلاح، عنده الحق يهضر وش يحب، عنده الحق يدير وش يحب. ما كانش perfect of course، كانت مازالها كاينة slavery. Women didn't have كاع حقوقهم. But of course هاد العفايس يسحقوا evolution. ما كانوش قادرين يصاو ضربة واحدة. But people always have a tendency to be corrupt. And for me, علاش I believe in capitalism, I believe in in liberal values, because قد ما I would say I'm libertarian actually. For me قد ما تنقص الصلاحيات تاع the leader قد ما راك تمنعه من انه يطغى. And this is why I don't really believe in socialism, and I don't believe in the government managing things. قد ما تكون عندك powers، قد ما you control budgets، قد ما you control many things، قد ما عندك the opportunity باش تسرق وتفسد. مي قد ما نقصها لك، قد ما ماشي انا تنحي لي دراهم لابي ديالي وتديهم لوزاره الصحه وانت تشيل ماتيريال لي زوبيتو وانت تداويني باطل. وعلاش I have to go through all this process؟ علاش ماشي انايا نخلص my healthcare directly؟ You know what I mean؟
Because if you do that تخلص عليك كما الامريكان. وبعد الامريكان حصله education wise
okay but there's less chances of corruption. حصله شغل حنا as opposed to حنايا لي زوبيتو ديالنا ما يصلحوا. We don't have any of that.
دقيقه غير باش نكون نورمالمون نقولها لك هذه في الديبي راهي جازت ساعه. حنا we're not an example. It's not an example.
علاش we're not an example؟
دوك نقول لك علاش. نقولوا مثلا you wanna case study كحبات الدورسي قال specific system capitalism whatever the system is. تروحي تشوفي وين وين راهم دايرينه. حنا ماناش دايرينه، حنا ما عندناش بون دوكا حاجه اخرى نقولوا منا والفوق غوفرنمون جديده مانيش عارف شيء اخر. بصح for 20 years no we were nothing. ما كاينش عندنا سيستم. كان عندنا حنا we were the gods of corruption نقطه. زعما مانا سوسياليست، مانا كابيتاليست، مانا ليبرال، مانا كونسيرفا، مانا والو. شغل زعما it's all about the private interest of some people.
But listen, the majority of Algerians يخدموا عن شركات وطنية.
متفاهمين.
Okay, and we have this thing of free things. عندنا subsidized milk. We have socialist tendencies. Okay, شغل رانا more to the social. ما تقوليش we're not applying anything. We are more to the socialist side, way more than the capitalist side. Okay, أنا غدوة نحب نروح نحل business ديالي. لو كان راني في كندا نحلو in 1 hour عندي business. Do you know the procedures I have to do في الجزائر؟ It's gonna take me like شهور وما يجروا فيا وديري منا وجيبي منا. This is socialism, okay? Because you have to restrict.
That's not
yes,
socialism.
Yes, it is. You have to restrict.
Restrictions.
The more restricted you are, the more you make it difficult for people to trade. The more you make it difficult for people to trade, the less capitalist you are. Period.
No.
That's what it is.
I disagree. دوك نقول لك علاش. باسكو كاين فرق in any system. كاين فرق بين a good capitalist and a bad capitalist country and a good socialist and a bad socialist. there is a lot of big difference. دوك انا I agree with you باللي الجزائر راح حتى لها في السوسياليزم. متفاهمين من عام مانيش عارف من بومدين وكذا رايحين لها عندنا لمسه سوسياليست. بصح كي تكون عندك في بلاد يكون عندك too much corruption واحد الليمت غير تفوتيها تاع corruption تولي it's irrelevant what you are. It's irrelevant انت كابيتاليست سوسياليست باسكو عندك الكوربشن that's corrupting literally everything else. قاعد التسيير تسمى انت كي تروحي تحلي
what facilitates corruption.
دقيقة كنتي كي دقيقة برك هاي واه that's a very good question. أنا جايك كنتي كي تروحي تحلي شركة حانوت في الجزائر يشدوك عام وما جايبين بيك هذيك. You can't blame socialism. You blame the poor administration. You blame the corrupted مانيش عارف واشن. You blame
Of course, I blame that. I blame that, but I also blame the restrictions on socialist ideas. I also blame that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yes. Comparing to other places, yes. Look at what drives corruption. Look أنا كان نجاوبك fundamentally بس كنا نحب نحكي على individual وكذا. Fundamentally, it's the human who drives the corruption. Why? Because as human beings, we have the tendency to be corrupt. If not, we are fundamentally, profoundly, essentially corrupted in first place. الإنسان جا الدنيا هذه جا corrupt. جينا corrupt. وش هي الcorruption تاعنا؟ هي our tendency to do evil. تسمى حصلي بها. تسمى wherever you're gonna put that human being is inherently corrupted, which means inherently has the tendency to do evil. وحصلي بها تسمى تحطيه في capitalist world they would be corrupt. تحطيه في socialist بس عم تفهمين انه في socialist it could be now كنحكوا على دوكا it could be worse باسكو if you are part of the government you have just too much power and you have too much power.
Too much power is never good. There needs to be مش equal power between زعما government والناس بصح there needs to be a somewhat leveling. You know الدولة لازم دائما تقعد خايفة من الشعب and حنا our thing is I mean باش لحقوا البوين تسجست العدة الخمسة they don't give a single fuck about what we think. You know they're just like we're gonna push them and see where it goes and I don't like this. I like for things to be and you know people always assume بلي أنا كن défendre العفايس that means I think العفايس are more perfect or and I think capitalism is perfect. Like trust me I really don't. Capitalism is very flawed but in fact no, capitalism is not flawed. Capitalism is based on freedom and so الخيارات اللي الناس يديروهم in a capitalist system شو يدير جيف بيسوس and Apple and all the big techs هادو ما يرجعوش للكابيتاليزم يرجعوا to the individuals because it's freedom. You know what I mean? So if I tell a girl you can go out at night or you can stay at home and then I tell another girl no you're obliged to stay at home, are the consequences of the both girls staying at home the same? They're not because the second one was obliged to stay. The first one had the opportunity to leave but she chose to stay. And so the first one was running unconscious, right? She had a conscience. She did not want to go out.
Orders,
yeah. And the second one was following the orders. She didn't have the option, and so she cannot be credited to her good decision. You know, الناس كيديروا good decisions under totalitarian regimes. It doesn't make them righteous. It doesn't make them good people. بس أكيد تكون عندك الحرية فوالا عندك الحرية زعما as a business أنت as a business in a capitalist country وتدير عفايس ملاح and you support good causes you participate in charity events. You know you have total freedom to do whatever you want and you do the right thing. And so I do agree with you على البوينت اللي قلتها من قبل تاع humans need to evolve. The evolution doesn't necessarily mean بلي احنا نروحوا to a socialist point. I mean, we could remain capitalists. It's just people will make better, more ethical decisions. وانت تستفاد وقال الناس يستفادوا.
Okay. شوفي هذا موضوع soon enough. I think we should نديروا له قعدة سبيسيال. You know what I think? I think no, eventually, soon enough, capitalism would eat itself up, and it will like كما واحد there was this argument. I need to do some.
انظروا ماذا فعل بآلهتنا.
انظروا جميعكم. قال لك هنقول نسيتيني. إيه قال لك capitalism had an expiry date the moment it was created because the system on its own eventually it will eat itself up and destroy itself up. It's just by default
Says
by
the
a definition.
socialists who have
أنا ما
never
socialist.
who have
لا
never
لا.
worked. Your system has never fucking worked. Your system has only produced catastrophes. Though the reason أني قاعدة هنا نهضر معك and I can do it is because of capitalism. The reason we can publish this is because of capitalism. All good things you have are because of capitalism. وعلاش الدنيا حبستونا مازالهم قاعدين يخدموا. It's capitalism.
لا لا yeah I know. I'm not disagreeing with you
And
now.
so even if you make the argument that capitalism
Oh
is
my
bad,
God.
even if you make the argument that capitalism is bad, it does
No,
not
no,
mean that
it's not
socialism is
bad.
better.
لا yeah. You need to understand كاين different layers. شوف premièrement أنا I'm not a socialist. I'm just I
You
think
said
beyond. ايه just for the sake of كيف يقولوا for the sake of explanation باش نفهموا بعض مع بعض. زعما عندي واحد الانحياز شوية هكا in my logic towards socialism.
Yeah,
I think
typical intellectual thing to do.
yeah, I mean you gotta. I'm not against capitalism. In the opposite, right now, right here, I think it's been doing good job. But it's not about now, and it's not about 10 years from now. نحكي لك that's why قلت لك من الأول هذه theoretically و ideally نحكي لك شغل philosophically what's the best conditions for the human beings to be and to thrive.
On
So
paper,
that's
though.
what I'm saying.
No?
ايه بصح لا دقيقة everything in life يبدا on paper ومن بعد يروح لك يبدا books ومانيش عارف و articles وديجا discussions و podcasts ومانيش عارف conversations ومن بعد it starts coming to life slowly if it's meant to come to life يتسمى كي نقولوا on paper the paper leads what's in real life. Capitalism قبل ما تولي something قبل ما تولي a system in real life كانت من قبل just a few conversations and few discussions and few arguments and then few books and then few articles and then few كذا مانيش عارف حتى when it became applicable. سمع I'm not a socialist but I can see how capitalism is not the answer, though I'm very grateful. زعما I had my own business, I have my own businesses, I love having an iPhone, you know what I mean. زعما me to كي نحكوا theoretically ونحكوا ideally what's the best for the human beings كاين تحدي كبير جدا وهو انه we need to discuss this نخرجوا من الفريم ورك تاع الكابيتاليزم باسكو انا انسان اللي عاش انا حياتي كاع in this reality ما نقدرش انا ولا صعيب عليا بزاف باش نخمم لك how to which extent could things be different. زعما الانسان اللي جامي ما اكتشف امريكان وكان ما اكتشفناش امريكان كنا دائما اوروبا ميدل ايست نورث افريكا you could never think how the world could look like if there was more. بصح we were not able to do that. that's my point. على كل حال خليني نسقسيك سؤال اخر بصح هذه سوشياليزم كابيتاليزم جاب لي ربي نرجعوا عليها قريبا.
To be honest, it's like
قادرين نزيدوا نجيبوا زوج غاشي واحد اخرين which gonna be
وليدوكا ولا من بعد
it could the people I don't know who but it could be like a half a day conversation.
بس you know it's kind of like هذيك تاع Christianity Islam the kind of debate. You can sit here and talk about it all day. It's kind of like it's just a debate that will never end. هذه تقدر تهضر عليها all day. No one is gonna prove anybody wrong or do anything.
ايه بس I think the difference between دقيقة I think the difference between هذه وإسلام وكريستيانيتي is في هذه زعما because what we're talking about is an economical system زعما it's something practical even though we're not gonna convince each other ولكن I'm sure we're gonna provide insight to the other side باسكو definitely there are things into your argument and there are definitely things into my argument ولا مش غير في argument there are things into capitalism and things in socialism. But religion is a matter of belief. It's a matter of personal.
Oh my God, you're so annoying, Sid. I meant it's the kind of conversation that could go on for hours. مانيش نقول لك it's the same conversation. Jesus.
It's very different.
I'm talking about length.
Gotcha.
Not nature. صح.
خليني نسقسيك سؤال that you are not gonna be able to answer.
صحيح راح.
What does the administration represent في الموفي؟ أنا سيد أخمن فيها شوية جاتني صعيبة. Two questions though. ما صبتهاش. What the administration represents and what's the message why is the girl the message. حوست شويه كذا قريت امورات بصح زعما اوكي.
I know what I thought about the child. I thought that like the new generation, the young people are the ones who are gonna make the change. That's what I saw.
بصح she
The
didn't.
little girl.
بصح she didn't. هي ما
No,
دارت والو.
no, she really didn't. But it's like that was the message, meaning that she's gonna, I don't know, take the torch and continue the fight. She's the message, or she's the, yeah. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
The
أنا
thing
وش
about
قريت.
هذيك
Go ahead كملي your point and I'll
هذيك the thing about the woman اللي تحوس على بنتها هذه ما فهمتهاش really the symbolism behind it شغل I really didn't get it. Who is the woman supposed to be?
دوك نقول لك انا what I think ومن بعد نقول لك على الجيرل. I think
قولي.
باسكو وش وراو and what I got from it دوكا كاين woman اللي راهي she's just sacrificing everything and she went completely brutal and insane for the sake of a kid that she's looking for. And what I thought is there are a couple of things in the human nature that are just more powerful than greed and more powerful than survival and more powerful than which is motherhood. Not motherhood specifically but هذيك العلاقة الإنسانية بين two people. So that person and her daughter. So that's represented perfectly because I think that's the strongest human relation that a person could have. The mother and and her son her daughter.
Yeah.
It's she gave zero fuck about anything else. Fuck food, fuck your game. I need to find my daughter. So that's priority number one. That's what I got from it. The girl on the other hand أنا كي قريت شوية هكا بون بري كول برك. What I read is first of all her favorite meal is هذاك sweet هذاك the thing.
How do you know that was her favorite meal?
I don't but
No, that wasn't her favorite meal because هذيك اللي كانت معاه اللي كانت his roommate قالت له kids are not allowed here.
ايه بصح that's an exception. سي بور سا شوفي دقيقة برك.
So she didn't have a favorite meal.
نقول لك my perception. Which I'm not sure at all. So الطفلة just an interpretation. الطفلة her favorite meal is that صح هذيك وحدة. وحاطينها لتحتها كاع ماشي مامبا في الليفلز سو اتس اسفل السافلين. والرساله when they sent her up to level 0 للفوق كاع to show the administration that هاو صرا تغير في الفاليو سيستم of the game. اللي كانت لتحتها كاع راي الفوق في level 0 and she had her favorite كذا وطلعت I don't know. شيء في مثل هذا القبيل. I love the end. I love the ending how it's not clear at all. Like completely not clear. لأنه it's life and we don't know what's gonna happen or how it's gonna be. هاوش كاين هالإكسبيريونس خلاصت أحصل بها.
I think that's what they were trying to do تاني. حبوا يحصلوها لنا حبوا يخلونا نخمو ونطلعوا نحبطوا and they did so successfully.
Because no one knows the answer.
Yeah, no one does. No one has the. Yeah, it's true. I mean, did you watch some interviews مع the actors or directors or anything? Did you watch? Me neither. We should do that maybe. قرا جوكش ما يحكيش. Usually directors يعطوا هكا hints and stuff, explanations.
Yeah. ولا نشوفوا كاش نورمال. Yeah, it's a movie that should. دوك نشوف كاش واحد مخ يكونوا هادرين عليه ولا زعما it would be a great I think exactly like we did it would be a great idea for other people to do it too.
I think so.
خشان زعما فريمون زعما ناس في الايكونومي في philosophy في psychology especially the human nature is such a fucked up nature. I don't know if it is fucked up. It's just very غريبة جدا.
يعني it's كي نقولوا it's fucked up. It's fucked up compared to what? We're really like at the top of the food chain. It doesn't get any better than this. So you can't say it's bad. It's bad compared to what? Well, we have this thing about us that's I think the competitiveness, the greed, the wanting for us. But like animals have that as well. And we're just like an evolved version of that. And so perhaps we will evolve in the future to be less of that. but for now this is what we have and this is the best. And so
Yeah, as long as we are here, it means that this is the best version that we could be.
exactly. And I love humans. I mean, yeah, we're not perfect, but we did many good things. And a lot of bad things we did, it's really just for survival. A lot of
Yes,
the,
and then the question is good things in comparison to what? Exactly like the bad thing. I think
Yeah.
it's neither good, it's nor bad. It's just we're just doing things for the sake of
لا
doing
لا
them.
زعما نقدر نقولوا bad things شو زعما climate change and global warming شغل you know a lot of the damage to the planet يجي من البقر from people who like manufacture يربوا البقر and things because you know cows eat a lot of grass and they fart and it's bad for the environment.
نعطيك سؤال. It's a weird question. How is that a bad thing? يا سيدي humans نحكي لك نظريا زعما theoretically ماشي theoretically نحكي لك hypothetically. Humans did so much bad climate change and so on and we destroyed the planet Earth. And we destroyed humanity. Is that a bad thing?
بصح هذا وش كنت نهضر أنا لحقت لك لهذا البوينت شغل وعلاش you know a lot of بزاف من هاد العباد اللي راهم يربوا في هاد البقر that harm the environment they're just poor families who just want to eat and this is how they eat. They eat by
companies.
No,
factories and shit.
No, ماناش نهضروا على like the big factories. أنا نهضروا على people who like raise cows, people who work in animal agriculture. You know what I mean?
That's not the problem. The problem جاي من factories and companies. اللي عنده 3 بقرات ماشي مشكل.
Yeah. No, I mean you don't know cane people who have more than that. Who have like you see people who sell like sheep. They have like 30 of them. So imagine if you have like 30 cows, and this is how you make money for a big family. You know, you are kind
you don't
of
destroy the planet like that.
you destroy واحد ما destroys the planet on an individual level. أنا نهضروا خدينا one example بصح عممها and yeah. So and a lot of people also you know in the underdeveloped world they you know they might like get jobs that are bad for the environment and then when they get some money they buy more cars. They you know they do things that harm the environment but like actually they're just doing it to survive and to get a better life. So a lot of women buy cars to avoid harassment. Just a lot of people do things for different reasons. So كاين عباد دوكا في الغرب who have the privilege of being conscious and doing so easily. You know شو كي واحد يديسيدي يولي vegan in London that's like super easy because like you have 100 vegan restaurants who do very good food that's vegan. But imagine trying to be vegan in I don't know Sudan. I'm sure that's like much more difficult and so it's much more for people who are poor to be conscious about the environment. Being conscious about the environment is a privilege at this point.
Yeah. Maslow's pyramid of needs.
Oh no.
هذا هو the platform. It's a very interesting movie and I had fun watching it. والله I had fun thinking about it. Oh, it made me ask a couple of questions too. I need to do a couple of research. Yeah, there are a couple of fields that I want to explore. واحدة منهم هي economy, the economic system, وما جا وراه.
ما درناش على سيد. ما درناش على the black guy.
What black guy?
The black guy اللي يحبط معاه.
اللي هبط معاه ايه وش به؟
هذاك ما هضرناش عليه. Does he symbolize anything?
دقيقة قبل هذه Do you have the answer ولا you don't?
Do I have the answer? No, I don't think I have the answer.
ماذا دوك نرجعوا له دقيقة بس كاين وحدة you reminded me of it. نهار اللي كان هذاك the character the actual character اللي كان مع المرأة هذيك والمرأة هذه كانت اللي تخدم مع الادمنستريشن كانت حابة she wanted to see if we can achieve هذه spontaneous solidarity.
Yes.
If this prison ولا these مش 600 واحد إذا if we want them ولا if our goal is to organize things ونولو fair وقاع ياكلوا وقاع نعيشوا وكذا it has to come spontaneously. هو حب يسيي he started threatening the other people. He قال لهم كان if you eat more than just your حقكم I will shit in your food. ومن بعد she disagreed with that. That's a very interesting point. You cannot force it. Either it comes هذه في الفيلم ولا in real life. It either comes naturally, spontaneous solidarity ولا it doesn't. Because if you threaten them then it's the same thing. هذه كيما نفس الشيء زعما قال احنا رانا في حومه عايشين 100 واحد من الناس. لو كان نجي انا هو نقول لهم انا ام ذا الفا، انا هو الشيكور، انا هو الليدر، يا جماعه شوف اللي يدي اكثر من حقه خسر له راسه. هذيك we have done nothing. It's just the same system as we have right now. We have rules. اسك دوك عاود رجعت جو بونس كو هذا هو السؤال تاع الفيلم كاع. Are we able as human beings to achieve this solidarity spontaneously؟ زعما في حومه بلا ما نديروا قوانين، بلا ما نديروا هكا punishment. Are we able to stand for each other and live happily ever after or not؟ ولا لازم لنا القزول، ولا لازم القزول باش الشعب يفهم؟
ماشي لازم قزول، ماشي لازم dictatorship، بصح لازم form of
مش لا ماشي dictatorship. القزول هذيك
no
هي
لازم without punishment. بصح كاين punishment في هذاك الحبس. كي تدي ماكله من الطابله the room freezes ولا تسخن ولا تبرد بزاف. So there is punishment.
there is that limitation. بصح ما كاينش limitation if you fuck the food up.
هي على بالك شغل كي تجي تخمم طابله بزاف كبيره and they only have it for 2 minutes. شغل how much are they eating that it doesn't make it all the way down? So it's so big it seems like it would be enough for everybody since they have it for a short time وما عندهمش الحق يدوا حتى عفسه. They must be eating like crazy.
They were كنت تكوني تاكلي بالفرشيطه وامورات والخبز وجوز obviously. بصح الجماعه يطلع فوق الطاوله.
And remember they only eat once a day.
Once a day
once a day. It's a بلا واحد once a day. تقولي الناس عاش ياكلوا بزاف، خلينا جوع. And they have no other activity to do.
True.
They're just sitting there.
صرات واحد الكونفرسيشن كانوا في اللور ليفلز ومن بعد قالت له ولا هو هذاك الاول هذاك his first roommate ولا cellmate قال له زعما it seems باللي كان راك in the higher levels it would be a good thing or you have food. بصح you will have food. هو واش قال له you will have food بصح you will have also a lot of time and you are hungry, you are fed, well fed, داك شبعان, so you will have a lot of time for yourself to think. And that's not a pleasant thing for humans.
صح.
In general زعما.
I agree. Even the fact
black dude هذاك go ومن بعد نروحوا للبلاك دود.
شغل I could do this for hours. شغل وين حبينا صح نديروا اسقاط على real life. I mean what they're going through is so hard. They don't get any sunlight. They're just like this cannot be healthy. It's inhuman. Jails like this are considered inhuman. All prisoners have the right to at least 1 hour of daylight. But if you really put this into real life, وش عم يديروا guys normal because the conditions they are in are so horrible. You cannot expect them to do human things.
بس دقيقة بركة. When I think, my opinion, not sure, في a movie like this, not a movie, a story or anything, where it's all symbols, all metaphorical. كي نديروا إسقاط للريل لايف ما نديروش إسقاط حرفي زعما كي نقول لك there is هذا the platform ومن بعد they are prisoners, it's inhuman. I think those are maybe just limitations اللي نديروا في الموفي to showcase ولا to highlight couple of other points that the movie is built on. تسمى ماشي ما نديروش اسقاط. I think ماشي الاسقاط ما يندارش on literally everything because that's literally not life. That's a platform.
I'll tell you why it does. Because a lot of behavior they were doing and يقول لك لو كان صارت في الدنيا ما حش يصراو. A lot of behavior if it were done in real life it would not happen. A lot of them were being mean for no fucking reason. And so I'm trying to rationalize why, what made them behave this way. كما قلنا لو كان like it would happen, like why would you pee on the food that's under you when tomorrow يقدر يكون فوقك he's gonna pee on your food. A lot of things
how سؤال
a lot of things
سؤال.
so a lot of things were happening irrationally that would not happen in real life. It would be stupid but يصيروا in real life. And so I'm trying to
That's my question. It would happen in real life. Why would it happen in real life? Why do we have people who have the power and have the money and have their basic needs, yet they abuse مشي واحد مشي زوج زعما a lot of people. They abuse their power or they do shitty things for absolutely no reason. زعما okay انت عندك pouvoir okay لا بس why are you such a dighead about it?
yeah.
You don't really have to be.
It depends what you consider dickhead behavior.
Sharing on people's food هذاك it's
أي
that's
حرفياً.
a platform. ايه بس في ال real life it could be something else زعما it could
Like-
be okay I'm
like
gonna
what?
take
Tell me
like
tell me
what?
how,
Like,
how rich people shit on poor people in real life.
okay قال أنا I am gonna take that piece of land because I wanna build a fucking mall and oh I'm gonna recruit people gonna job openings people حيخدموا okay whatever بصح what gives you the right ومن بعد انت عندك network in the government whatever وmoney وامورات pouvoir literally power. Why would you take that piece of land from someone else who is
كيفاش take
less
that piece of
powerful?
land? كيفاش take it? How would he take it?
هذه مثال من ريل لايف زعما قال انسان قال انا مش عارفه انسان اكس عندي بزاف دراهم عندي حابين نخدم نبني مول in that place. It's just see that area it's booming ولا it's projected to be booming the next 10 years. ندي that piece of land نديها
كيفاش يديها؟
through ماشي نديها through contacts through network through bribes through قال gouvernement كذا ومن بعد انت الانسان هذاك اللي powerless ولا has less power they have nothing to do about it because they don't have the power to face that. مش غير هذه شوف هذا اكزامبل اعطيك مثال اخر قال احنا we are a country we are powerful okay let's invade our neighbors and it's been happening for forever بالك not now it's happening now بصح different way.
Yeah.
Why would you do that until you are okay until you have all what you need why are you coming why are you going there to take the other person's piece of land or the other people's piece of land?
Because it's eat or be eaten. If you don't invade them, they'll invade you.
That's exactly what happens with what they say in the platform. يقول لك people who are below us fuck them and we are gonna shit on their food because that's exactly what they're gonna do when they are above us. And literally that was a movie scene.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe not literally this بصح literally this point.
Yeah. I think that's why I think Welsh people used to invade back then. I think because like the people did not have a lot of the types of work that we do now, and land was power. The more land you have, the more powerful
Yeah,
you are.
ماشي land بصح something else. زعما the behavior is still the same. The manifestation is different. مانيش نروح ندي a piece of land بصح راني ندي أشياء أخرى زعما. It's just different.
So
It's just the same behavior.
it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about taking things that are not yours, if you're stealing, then that's stealing. If you're talking about people who want more for themselves, we already talked about that. Like
لا ماشي people who want more for themselves. People who would abuse the powerful people who abuse their power to get what they don't own.
illegally, Zama, they bribe and everything.
Oh, obviously, yeah. Someone else thing, someone else piece of land, someone else house, someone else's job, someone else whatever.
I mean, bribe شغل okay زعما لو كان يدي زعما الأرض يشريها من عند دولة. That's what it is.
لا ما فهمتش.
So bribe who?
نعاودك example.
Bribe who? Bribe who? The person who would give the land. So
شوفي
you don't need.
bribery is just an example. Doesn't have to be a bribery.
So give me another example.
معليش هذا الإكزامبل قال إنسان I'm powerful هكا وش معناتها I'm powerful I have first of all the money
تحدد.
second of all I have the network the people مش network زعما I know people I know people and I have power over them because I'm powerful so if I tell you to do something you most probably would because I could fuck your life up زعما that's struggle of power kind of how it works زعما دوكا أنا نشوف piece of land وأنا I'm a businessman راني مقلبها أنا راني مخلطها بالبازارات بالحوانت بالفاكتوريز كذا I want to build a mall in that place في الريدال جاي في الطلعة ثم بلاصة شابة انتيك I'm gonna ريدال جي هذه بلاصة في مدينة قال I wanna build a mall there يا بصح that mall it belongs to واحد الفاميلي كاين زوج ولاد عم ساكنين مع بعض فقراء زعما لا باز الفوق يا ربي زعما they can survive أنا if I decide to take it I would take it I
You
have the
can't
power
take
to take
it.
it.
How do you have
And-
the power to take it? You can't take things from people like this. You
It's,
can't.
it's
Even
been
if داروا ما
happening.
تصراش هادية.
لا يا ودي كيفاش ما تصراش it happens
كيفاش
all
ما
the time.
تصراش؟ If it's كيفاش your land يجي ينحي لك your land. ماشي an individual زعما الدولة تجي تقول لك حنا بنوا عفسة in this land. This is what it is.
Something, yes, something like this.
لا لا
yeah, something like
كي
that.
يديروا هكا they offer a compensation. They don't just take your land ويقول لك fuck off. If they do this they will
إيه،
offer a
بصح
compensation.
بصح they don't care if you like the alternative ولا لا you take it.
هذه usually if it's
Oh,
something
no.
necessary for the
انقطعت
the
المكالمة
benefit.
وجاءت مجددا. ألو؟
Oui. Allô.
إيه بصح
Hello.
who decides what's necessary؟ أنا نسمع فيك.
لا زعما
Fuck the
imagine
internet.
راك تسمع فيا.
أنا نسمع فيك. Go ahead.
قلت لك زعما imagine زعما if the city needs a train track to connect two cities together وانت تقول لهم لا this is my land I'm not gonna fucking move. You're not gonna fucking move. Yeah, like you need to connect two cities. They're gonna force you out. I think that's what it is. I think they're gonna بصح they will compensate you for your land. They will give you what it would have been sold for.
إيه بصح هي the point is ماشي في compensation. The point is do you want to ولا لا. If I don't want to now whatever you do if you take it from me you are abusing your power to do that.
I don't know شنو
وبالك ماشي
محلها
زعما
في
شوفي انا شفت
الحالة
نعطيك ريل لايف
هذه.
اكزامبل شوفي نعطيك ريل لايف اكزامبل ريل لايف اكزامبل مثلا هذه في لبنان they suffer from it big time ودي نحكي لك زعما you could apply to the history all of it بس نقول نعطيك example now what's happening now ولا in the past couple of years في in Lebanon there is an over privatizing no that's not correct they are over privatizing places مثلا هم عندهم هكا the coast يطلع على الميديترينيان amazing one اوكي طويل it's public right it's a public sea space زعما مش عارف beach whatever there are people who are very powerful in the country by powerful meaning they are in the government they have money they have people they have على كل حال the entire sea ولا most of it as time is passing زعما كل شهر كل 6 mois تشوف اوكي هذيك البلاصة the public beach it's gonna be privatized it was owned by فلان وفلان هذاك they don't have the right to they bought it from the government with a very very cheap price just because they have the power they have the leverage وأمورات و they privatize it اوكي دخل هذا كاب $100 صاحبي VIP تدخل $250 what they are not stealing from a person they are stealing from a population who get just because you know the government you are abusing that power وبعد الgovernment they have the power وبعد people who signed the actual document هذوك people ثاني كانوا راهم في الgovernment و they have the power to sign the document why would they sign ولا why would they abuse the power they have for their personal interests and not for the actual job they are doing and I'm not asking these questions Amma for you to answer me because I think this question has been it's one of the big questions Amma why do we do evil why do we do bad يسمى I'm just thinking زعما out loud هكا.
I agree with you.
ودور.
I think I had so much fun talking to you today, Sid. We will
Well, as usual.
we will do more of it, of course. We can talk for hours, you and I. It's cool.
هذه بين قوسين قبل ما نختموها for the people who are listening.
Yes.
Tell us what you think زعما احنا رانا مرة على مرة نقيسوها مرة على مرة نتيريو برك زعما we're just thinking and they were just guessing and interpreting يتسمى let us know what you think it's time to choose the next movie.
Yes.
What do you like? What kind of movies do you like?
I like a lot of movies. I think
are you into fiction?
Fiction, no, not so much. I like dystopian shit. Maybe we should discuss Black Mirror تاعو.
Black Mirror, yes.
Yeah, we should choose a Black Mirror.
Yeah.
A Black Mirror episode and talk about it. No?
Okay, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
هذه واحدة. No, I think it's a great idea. Yeah. There are a lot of great. عباك وش من الحلقة كاينة واحد الابيزود that's very very relevant to real life. هما they are all relevant. بصح this one it's being applied. هذاك تاع social evaluation system اللي داروا في China.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
The episode is called
Interesting.
Nosedive. Yeah. كاين تانيك Hated in the Nations. That was a very good episode. Do you remember the one with the bees?
It rings a bell.
Yeah.
أنا إنسان ينسى بزاف.
Of course. We'll decide later. We don't have to decide now, do we now?
لا, we decide now.
We decide now?
لا, نقول لك وش نديرو دوكا.
No, it's a lot of pressure. No, not now.
لا, شوفي وش نديرو. شوفي وش نديرو. We lay all our options down.
Yeah.
نشوفوا أمورات وش كاين وش ما كاش. And we decide. شوفي this is the plan. We lay the options down. باش حتى listeners would know وش من الابروach زعما وش كاين وش ما كاش باش they don't recommend some random shit. من بعد we publish the episode. We let them they hear it. And then they recommend also a couple of movies. وبناء على ذلك we choose, we watch and we do the same. Repeat.
فيها. All right. Cool.
Saha, what other movies are you into?
I don't know. I can't think like this on the spot, but my suggestion is a Black Mirror episode. That's all I have for now. And I think you agree, so we're going to do that. And I think they should choose which...
other options. What the fuck?
Oh my god, we already have so many options for Black Mirror. we have so many options. There's like 4 seasons.
شوفي there are a couple of first of all تفرجتي Westworld ولا ما تفرجتيش؟
لا, I didn't. I will.
So that's one that you gotta keep in mind for your own interest, but because it's a fucking amazing show, also for the podcast. وكاين واحد آخر كاين Dark. Have you watched Dark?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dark, you must put it on the list. It's absolutely genius.
Dark.
هذوما زوج زعما it would be amazing. هذو زوج زعما we could نحكوا عليهم 3 أيام متتالية and because it's just
really
they're piece of art literally. They are piece of art. And أقول لك what I think قلتها في one of the podcast. There are a couple of things that I always keep repeating. Dark. أنا I feel proud that the human beings were able to communicate such complicated ideas in such an entertaining way in a show like Dark ولا Westworld.
Really?
Surtout Dark. It's just impressive because the ideas discussed they're so fucking deep. They're so philosophy, physics and math, put them all together تخرج لك something like Westworld.
Is it on Netflix?
Dark it is.
Yes.
Westworld, I'm not sure.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna watch it now.
صح, one advice about Dark ما تقلقيش in the first 5 episodes because it's a slow start.
Okay. All right. Cool. Taking notes taken.
Oh yeah, rule. وكاين movies like I think eventually
I have
Interstellar, Inception, Shawshank Redemption.
I have an endless list of film. I'll get it together for next time. All right.
All right. We have a deal.
We gonna wrap it up. Are you gonna do the wrap up?
How do we wrap up podcast? أنا قبل نكوب.
تكوبي دينا. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for watching. You need a feminine touch. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope كنا خفاف عليكم. And yeah, till next time. That's all.
Wow, what a great wrap up.
Shut up. That was the best I could do.
GG.
I'm new to the podcast world, so I'll get better.
I hope it's gonna be. What do you say? I hope ما كنا ثقال عليكم. صح سؤال. لو كنا ثقال عليهم, what's gonna happen?
I don't give a single fuck. I hope.
Then you don't mean.
I hope
I avoid
they deserve it.